The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the Galapagos Islands, weighing in at 190 pounds, the punk rock Poindexter, Darwin Finch.
Bit of a personal issue here perhaps for Kevin Martenson, but when it comes to the punk rock Poindexter, Darwin Finch, it's just science, doubting the space travels.
Yeah, just the facts as far as he is concerned with Kevin Martenson, but I think Kevin, a little nonplussed that people could be doubting him.
And introducing his opponent, from the Electric City, weighing in at 210 pounds, BHK, Kevin Martenson.
And to that point, Martenson looking pretty downtrodden here. He had Dan Joseph call him into question, and then Darwin Finch.
Yeah, he looks, like I said, nonplussed.
You know, I don't think Darwin Finch said it out of anything personal, though. He's a scientist who believes in evidence-based things, and he said that there's no evidence to support Martenson's claims of space travel. I don't think it's anything personal. I can see Martenson looks like he took it very personal, though.
Well, there might not be evidence that Martenson's been to space, but there will be evidence that Darwin Finch has been in the ring with Kevin Martenson. No doubt about that.
No doubt about it. Martenson almost saying, where do you think I got this glove? You know?
That's a valid question.
I'm sure that Finch would love to do some sort of metal alloy test on that glove to see if it is alien in nature. In a way, it was a backhanded compliment by Finch, though, because saying that Martenson shows no signs of muscular atrophy that you would have with extended time in space, or general weakness, or malnutrition, because Martenson, a fantastic athlete.
Of course. So, and again, we don't want to belabor it, but there was no malice in Finch's words. He is a man of science.
And here you see it.
Imploring him.
Yep. Basically saying, hey, let's have a good match. Let bygones be bygones. Wasn't anything personal. And Martenson thought it was going to take it up on him, but man, look at the intensity in the eyes. Yes.
Yeah, Martenson definitely took that personal.
You don't have to prove anything to me. If people are asking me, I answer their questions. It just doesn't make sense.
Kevin's not going to like that.
Sure isn't. And Martenson now takes him up for a little space flight of his own into that fireman's carry. Darwin Finch looked extremely impressive against Ray Rosas last time out, the Arizona State champion, and much the same, looked to be off to a great start. But you don't want to play games with Martenson. He is extremely dangerous. Look at this.
Wow.
No games from Finch.
Going
Just
into
great
orbit.
offense.
Yeah, going into orbit. Take it away, James.
Rocket ship, a little elevation sensation from Darwin Finch.
Wow, Darwin Finch is a very fast starter. We saw him come out and have an incredibly great start against Ray Rosas, and now he is bringing the same heat with Kevin Martenson.
And the way that Finch was flying there, I think he knows a little something about astrophysics.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what he's talking about. He's going for something else here again. More through the air from Finch. And two straight efforts now. Finch finding himself in there with two of the most decorated competitors in the United Wrestling Network.
Oh, wow,
in
though.
Martenson and Rosas, but now Martenson looking to take control.
Bulldogged right into that second rope.
Yeah, incredible use of the surroundings by Kevin Martenson. That is a high-level, experienced professional wrestler right there, using the environment. Wow. Ooh. 3 big attacks to the neck of Darwin Finch. You know he is struggling to breathe right now. Looks like he is gasping for air and clutching his throat.
A little bit of a mean streak from Martenson, if you ask me, on that last one, kicking the rope right into the throat.
That's what I meant by it. Looks like he took things personal. He's in Darwin Finch. I can't tell what he was saying, but this definitely seems like a personal vendetta.
Wow. And now the tie clinch, driving him chest first, lung first, into that edge of the apron. And right now, the periodic table of the punk rock Poindexter is lacking oxygen.
Yeah, lacking oxygen, lacking any momentum. Martenson methodically re-entering the ring. What does he have in store now for Finch?
Yeah, the periodic table, as you mentioned, is starting to shift in Kevin Martenson's favor.
Well, you hear Finch saying, I'm sorry. You know, regretting that he ever maybe offered a word about Martenson's space travels.
Martenson talking about knocking some sense into Finch. And I think you want to talk elements. I think the only element that would have come into play for Finch would have been the element of surprise. He had it momentarily, but now that's right out the window. Oh, look at this, though. Adrenaline can do wonders.
Yeah, kicking in. Finch standing tall, standing tough to Martenson. Wow, that is impressive.
Whoa.
Unbelievable.
Anger can sometimes bring out the best in people. And Darwin Finch looks like he is tired of being pushed around by Kevin Martenson, who has been bullying him the majority of this matchup.
He's all over him, Blake. Wait, you talked about that exothermic reaction. He's all kinds of fired up. Is Darwin Finch measuring Martenson? There we go.
Wow.
Electron orbit. Cover! Almost had him.
The centrifugal force on that spinning elbow by Darwin Finch was out of this world. Pun intended. Sorry, Kevin Martenson.
Man, I am so impressed with the efforts we've seen from Darwin Finch. I thought he was down and out in this matchup, but look at him standing tall and now in full control yet again against Kevin Martenson.
He tries to hook the leg, get a little better leverage there, but Kevin Martenson overpowers him and starts to get a little window of time to compose himself.
Yep, no atrophy here. Martenson, such a powerhouse. He'd rather throw you than know you, and we see it here. Sending him into orbit is BHK. Unbelievable.
Finch
Darwin
in a bad
Finch
way.
has taken a significant amount of damage thus far. The beginning of the match was very, very rough for Darwin Finch.
Every time he messes with that beard, things go from bad to worse for his opponent. We saw what he did to Camden with the stairs. EJ Sparks at Coastline Clash with the post, and now might have him caught here.
Oh, he's wrapping it. He's wrapping it, TK. If he can turn him over and get Darwin Finch face down on the mat here.
Finch might end up, just...
Finch almost begging for mercy. Martenson's teeing off on his face.
These are some big shots. He's not even going for the submission. He's just hitting Darwin. He could be out. He looks limp to me.
Oh.
I think he is knocked out here. The officials say, I'm going to call this match. And
Gonna have to use her
my
best
gosh.
judgment there. Finch can't cover up.
Those are close fists right in front of the official, and Finch looks to be completely knocked out, and the official calling for the bell.
Here is your winner, Kevin Martenson.
I mean, the official had no choice there. Finch was defenseless. Now look at Martenson's face.
It's the same face he made after he bloodied Camden, the same face he made after he decimated EJ Sparks' knee.
You know, he looks like he is shocked at the monster that just came out of him. He was really upset with Darwin Finch early on, and the monster that just snapped in there, that's a bad man. It looks like he's scared of himself.
It's almost like, he loses time. He blacks out or something, and then he comes to, and it's like now he has remorse for his actions. Too little, too late, in my estimation. Damage done. We'll be back.